everybody, my name is Pixie Love. You guys can call me Pixie, and today we're doing some r/Fatlogic. I feel like I do it every Tuesday, so it's like a little schedule we have going on here. Okay, we got a schedule. It's Motivational Monday, and Fatlogic, and then TikToks, then some random crap, and some more TikToks. Okay, basically what I do. Anyway, let's jump into this. We all know why we're here. Let's get into this crazy, bizarre group of people with their crazy, bizarre beliefs. So what's a fact that you know that sounds like a conspiracy theory? The CDC statistic about 3,000, the CDC statistic about 300K people dying of obesity each year was fake. Okay, so was she saying that it was fake or it's fake? So the person is asking, like, what is a fact that you know that sounds like a conspiracy theory, which means what is something that is real but sounds like it's so crazy and bizarre that you would think it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's actually real. Like, I forgot what country it was, but it was a Middle Eastern country that killed a reporter, you know, and that sounds like, oh, that's some crazy conspiracy theory because like the government didn't kill this reporter, but it did. I believe like the prince has something to do with it. It was some stuff. Oh my God. I don't want to make this too political, but like that sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory. That's an actual fact. Okay. So I feel like you just like didn't get the question, or are you saying that the CDC, that 300K people dying from obesity a year just seems too fake to be real? Or you just don't think people die from obesity because you don't think obesity is real? It's too many questions. You have to elaborate when you say. I know you can't say too much on Twitter because you only have like 100-something characters, but like, come on. Elaborate yourself. Depressed by a famous teenage TikToker who dropped 120 pounds this year and now won't listen to fat-phobic centric critiques on the way he discusses it. This is a reminder from your skinny friend that teenagers are stupid and dramatic weight loss is both unrealistic and unhealthy. And then someone else had to say, do whatever you like for your health, but severe caloric restrictions, which is how you achieve dramatic weight loss, is not sustainable. All this is from a literal teenager who doesn't have the vocabulary to articulate that his actions stem from internalized fat phobia. God, I hate it here. Oh my jeebus. Okay, so let's break this down. You are angry that a teenager lost 120 pounds, and for don't know who this person is, but I'm assuming they were pretty big if they lost that much weight. Second of all, I like your like severe calorific restrictions, which is how you achieve dramatic weight loss, is not sustainable. Of course not. It's not sustainable for you to be in a calorie deficit forever, because you're not gonna forever be losing weight. The point is to get to be in a calorie deficit until you reach the weight that you want to be, and then you stay at a maintenance calorie. That's the point. You're not always going to be eating under an amount of food. And while you're losing weight and eating less food, consuming less calories, you're training your body to be used to eating less foods. That's why right now, someone who's my size or bigger than me, our bellies are pretty darn big, and we're gotten used to eating a lot amount of foods. And even me, who's cut down how much I've eaten, when I try to eat the way that I used to, I feel sick. Like I can't do it. And I used to be able to eat way more. And even still, I'm only at a maintenance. So I still have to eat less to lose more weight. Like it's as you're losing the weight, if you're doing it properly, you're training your body to eat less food. So once you want to maintain your weight, it's going to be very natural for you to just eat slightly more food to stay at the weight that you want to be, because you don't want to always be losing weight. Okay? And I like how you're trying to use these big words to make fun of this teenager. Like, he doesn't have the vocabulary to articulate his actions that were stemmed from fat phobia. Or maybe he just didn't like being 120 pounds overweight and he lost the weight and now he feels amazing. Like, I'm sorry, if you lost a whole freaking person, like that's a whole like 5'2" woman right there he lost, okay? If you lost a whole freaking person, you guarantee your body feels better. You're able to move more. You're probably extremely fast and agile and flexible. Like you probably could do so many things you didn't think you could ever freaking do because you lost a human being. But yeah, something tells me that these are adults also on Twitter talking crap about a teenage boy losing weight. Get a effing life. Like, go get a life. Is it that serious? This is a child. And you're an adult, most likely, talking about this freaking child. It's kind of pathetic. It really is. Okay, it seems like these fat acceptance people are going hard on this kid, because this is another post about this teenager who lost weight, okay? So trigger warning, intentional weight loss. I just had to share this somewhere. This whole kid's TikTok, ever since he lost over 100 pounds, is about how he looks in clothes and how much self-control he has. He duetted this video, and the commenters under are extremely scary. Basically saying the fat acceptance community shames skinny people. Lamau, thoughts? First of all, you guys definitely shame skinny people. And you're like, well, they're not oppressed, so it's okay to shame people. It's just like the same people say, well, it's okay to be racist towards white people because they're not oppressed. No, it's wrong to be racist towards white people just because they're not oppressed. And it's also wrong to body shame skinny people just because they're not oppressed. Okay? It goes both ways. It's not a one-way street. This is a two-way street. You can't sit there, be a bully, be a butthole, and tell someone that they look bad because of the way their body looks, but then go and cry in the corner the moment someone says, hey, maybe you shouldn't eat that. Like, you guys have meltdowns every time someone has anything to say about your body, which I understand. No one should be commenting on your body, but then you have the nerve to go and comment on someone else's body. You can't do that here. You can't be all holy moly, don't talk about me, don't talk about my body, but then do the same thing about someone else. Cheat meals are just plain binges. See, this is funny because this community also doesn't think that binge eating disorder is an eating disorder. They only think all eating disorders have to do with wanting to lose weight, which is absolutely not true. Cheat meals are not planned binges because binges aren't planned. And if a planned cheat meal that you actually like accumulate your calories for, like, let's say you eat less breakfast and a lighter lunch to have a bigger dinner, or to go out to eat and eat a juicy fucking burger. If you go out, if you plan for that, that's not a binge. That's actually you taking the time to plan what you eat early in the day so you can enjoy something else. Or for someone like me who just eats less throughout the day so I can have that little like piece of brownie or that little chocolate cookie at the end of the day. You know, just a little indulge myself with my little yumminess. It's not a binge. It's control. It's actually being more controlled. Binges aren't planned. No one sits there and plans like, okay guys, I'm gonna plan to binge today and eat like 10,000 calories. It's a plan. Like, let's go. No, you don't plan that. It just, most of the time you spiral out of control and you just throw a bunch of food in your mouth and then you cry yourself in a corner. Probably not the last part, but that's how I assume. Because if I ate that much food, I would probably go cry in the corner. Acting as if weight loss is just a personal choice willfully ignores the anti-fat world we live in and the scientific evidence we have on overwhelming failures of diets. As much as this sucks to say, most of the time the reason why diets fail is the person. And I mean that in a way like, you can try to do stuff like going to keto or doing a vegan diet to like lose weight, or a vegetarian diet, or freaking fasting and skipping a day to eat and doing that, and all that stuff will help you lose weight, especially if you're dedicated to it, if you're structured with it. That all helps you lose weight, and it helps a lot of people lose weight. But those results tend to have more failures because they're kind of extreme, especially like the skipping eating a day or eating like one time a day or something. They tend to fail because they have a large margin of error. And for someone like me, who I want to try to do this as right as possible, is I want to keep a very similar diet to what I eat now. Obviously, adding a lot better foods for me, eating less processed foods and stuff like that. I like to make sure I'm still trying to eat at least 2 to 3 times a day, and just learning how to eat smaller portions of what I'm eating while also eating more nutritional good foods for myself. And I want to do that by making sure I'm eating a right amount of calories. That way because I couldn't live on keto forever. Like keto, you can't eat like bread and stuff, right? Or something. I don't know. I love me some freaking bread. I love me a lot of foods that I'm not going to give up. Don't plan on giving it up. Not going to happen. And so, yeah, or gluten-free diets just to lose weight. Like they all help and they all can help. But if you're not willing to live your life that way for the rest of your life, then you're not going to keep the weight off forever. Unless while you're doing that diet, you're also reworking your relationship with food. Okay, so this is a 2-parter. We're going to discuss the first part and then we're going to discuss the second part. Okay. I have seen people say that they understand that weight doesn't equal health, and in the same breath go on the dangers of obesity. Some people will never get it, I guess. Here's a really good analogy to help you understand why people say this. Yes, you can be overweight and be healthy, or have like all your blood works looking fine and this and that, whatever, right? Studies have shown that if you're overweight, especially obese, for long periods of time, it does take a toll on your body, whether physically, emotionally, and mentally. It will take a toll on your body. Studies have shown that. And then on top of that, with physical, you are putting yourself at a higher chance of getting certain diseases, or more likely to get diseases that people who aren't obese will get. Okay, here's a really good analogy for that. Smoking cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get lung cancer. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get freaking other diseases that come, like tooth decay, other diseases that come with smoking cigarettes, but it gives you a higher chance of having those diseases. So if you could, if you had to, stop smoking cigarettes so you wouldn't, up your chances of not getting lung cancer, would you not stop smoking cigarettes, or would you continue? Just like if you can lower your chances of having heart disease or liver issues or lung problems or a bunch of other, or depression, is shown that obesity can make your depression work. If you can lower those issues or lower your odds of having these issues by losing weight, why would you not want to lose weight? No one's saying you have to lose weight. It's just letting you know, like, yeah, you can be obese and be healthy at this current moment in time. Just like you can go smoke your cigarette and be healthy at this current moment in time. But as you're doing it, just know that you are upping your chances of being unhealthy in the future. And as a follow-up to this, if you wouldn't date a fat person because of health issues, that's not only fat phobia, that's ableism. No, it's not. It's not ableism. And just because someone wouldn't want to date somebody because of a disability, that's also not ableism. It's called a preference. Some people just can't handle things. And some people know that. This might sound shallow as hell, but some people might not be able to date a person in a wheelchair. I don't really know why, but some people they just can't handle the struggles that would come with that or whatever. And is that kind of ableist? Yeah, I guess it is, but it's also someone knowing their limits. Let's say someone was dating someone and they shortly find out that this person is diagnosed with cancer, very early into their relationship. It is not ableist or horrible for that person to decide that they're not ready or able to handle being in that relationship with that person. Some people can't handle that, especially early on. Just met and you want me to build this emotional relationship with you while you're probably dying? That's heartbreaking. I know movies romanticize that, but heartbreak is not romantic at all. Putting yourself in that predicament purposely does not seem romantic to me at all. It seems heartbreaking and kind of sad. But that's just me. So no, it's not an ableist thing, okay? It's okay if you are not moving your body much right now. Stress eating, eating out of boredom, comfort eating, snacking all day long, and having challenging body image thoughts. I would say the last one for sure is definitely okay. We all have those thoughts. Men, women, children, old people. We all sometimes look at ourselves and look at our body and just see something that we want to change or see something that we're not okay with currently. And that's completely fine. That is honestly completely fine. Also, not moving so much right now. Sometimes people get in the funk. Sometimes you just don't want to do anything. And that's also honestly completely fine. If you've watched my channel before, you would understand that the ones I have a real problem with are all the ones that involve eating. Because I've talked about it a few times that eating should not be an emotional thing. Eating can trigger some hormones and emotions in your body of happiness and dopamine and all that stuff. So when you're sad, upset, or something you like to eat. And I think that we have to learn not to do that, because food is literally supposed to just be something to keep you alive. It fuels your body so you can keep moving. Yeah, you should enjoy it. And yeah, it's good. But to eat because you're stressed out, to eat because you're bored, to eat to comfort yourself, and to just eat just to eat and to eat and to eat, all can lead to very, very bad choices and very bad decisions. that can become bad habits. And that is why people think, oh, I was not chose to be obese. I am obese, because you have bad eating habits, so you're obese. And you probably had these bad eating habits your whole life. So your whole life you've been nothing but obese because you inherit this from your parents. And that's why you think it's a generational thing when that's not the case. Okay, that's why you think it's genetics when no, it's not genetics. It's bad eating habits passed down through generations after generation. That's what it was. And that's what it is. And so, like, maybe doing either once in a blue moon, but this becoming your life, you eating due to stress, you eating due to comfort yourself, you eating because you have nothing better to do, are all bad habits that will lead you to become overweight and obese and keep you there. And that's why you have to learn to look at food as kind of like a business relationship. It's like, I need you to get through the next 3 hours to fuel my body or something. Like, it's, you can't think of it like, I'm feeling sad, I want to eat something. I'm bored, I want to eat something. I have nothing to do, I want to eat something. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like. On both ends of the screen, you're going to see a video that YouTube recommends to you and a video that I recently posted. Please click on any one of them because they are bangers because I made them, okay? In the middle is my little icon. You guys should subscribe to me because I do videos Monday through Friday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.